There was a small, old graveyard located on the outskirts of town. It was surrounded by tall trees and dense bushes, and was hidden from view by a large stone wall. One dark and stormy night, a young woman named Sarah decided to visit the graveyard to pay her respects to a lost loved one. As she walked through the gates, the wind howled through the trees and the rain pounded against the ground. Sarah made her way through the rows of graves, her umbrella providing little protection against the driving rain. Suddenly, she heard a noise behind her and turned to see a figure emerging from the shadows. The figure was a tall, thin man dressed in a long, tattered coat. His face was pale and gaunt, and his eyes seemed to glow in the darkness. Sarah's heart raced as she watched him approach, his footsteps echoing through the graveyard. As the man drew closer, Sarah realized that he was carrying a shovel. She turned to run, but her feet seemed to be rooted to the ground in fear. The man reached out and grabbed her arm, his cold touch sending shivers down her spine. "Please, let me go," Sarah begged, her voice trembling with fear. The man just chuckled and continued to drag her deeper into the graveyard. Sarah's screams echoed through the night as she was taken to an old, overgrown grave and forced to dig her own grave with the shovel. As the night wore on, Sarah dug deeper and deeper, her strength and hope fading with each shovelful of dirt. Eventually, she collapsed in exhaustion and waited for the end to come. But as the dawn broke, Sarah was startled to find that the man had vanished and the grave was empty. She emerged from the grave, covered in mud and rain, and ran as fast as she could back to the safety of town. No one ever saw the man in the graveyard again, but to this day, Sarah never forgot the terror she experienced that stormy night.